Hey everyone, it's Edrian Pangilinan and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if this is your first time, please do consider subscribing by clicking on the subscribe button somewhere over here and also the notif bell to be part of the family. So for today's video, I will be doing a mid-year life review 2020, greatly inspired by Filipino women Bianca Gonzalez and also author Edrian, in whose information that I will be using for today's exercise. So a little bit about that. I am really a big fan of Bianca Gonzalez's YouTube channel. So I saw the video, I saw this webinar with the same title, and I watched it, in which I will actually have on the iCard somewhere up here. And I realized that I also needed to do one too, just because I did make a video of 20 goals for 2020, also inspired by my friend Nikki Arambulos, in which I will have up here in the iCard so y'all can, look at that. And let's get started. So in this first part of the mid-year life review workshop that we're going to be doing, the first section is called self-evaluation session. In this self-evaluation session, this is where you get to write down your wins, your changes in your life, and also your shortcomings. So some of the wins that I have written down over here is I left my job to pursue a creative career, currently doing that as a freelancer. I got back into yoga and meditation, which has really helped me stay sane during all of these changes during these times. I lost about 10 pounds also as well because of that process. Found peace and joy. Finally launched Studio Penguino, which is the name of my media production house. I got my first creative retainer under Studio Penguino with Mariah Arts. Got back into dancing professionally with Contratiempo, and also just overall having mindfulness back into my life, because I feel like someone that kind of suffers from anxiety. I feel like being able to have that practice of mindfulness is really, really crucial. So changes include, the clear lockdown, our new normal now because of, coronavirus. And I guess what that means is being home. And initially it really was a process for me to being home all the time, because, I feel like I just hated the feeling of feeling sequestered, like many of y'all, especially being in a place where I feel like I often lose my sense of identity. So that was really a process in itself. Lost on creative opportunities, and what I mean by that is some of the things that we were working on, such as the Film Collective. Actually, speaking of that, we also had an event that we were looking and was very much excited to do on April 2nd, just kidding, with Creators Offline, but clearly with everything that's happened, that kind of is on hold temporarily until whenever that happens, And then lastly, shortcomings. Some of those include didn't at all save from my last job, in which was one of my things was to save money, because, it really would be helpful now with helping pay my bills and just having, some money, emergency money put aside. Okay, so the next section of this exercise is called bucket list. I know it sounds like bucket, but it's not. In Tagalog, it means why. Bucket equals why. When I was watching the video, I really appreciated the fact that she used this, because, this exercise is about making just a long list of goals and actually being able to put the whys next to them. Because as Edrian stated in her webinar, the more you can be clear about why your goals matter to you, the more likely you are actually able to execute them and actually make them happen. The first one is Studio Penguino. So what I have written down for that is I want to launch Studio Penguino by this summer moving forward, because this is my now bread and butter. I get to be my own boss, work on my own schedule, and ultimately work remote from home. And those three things, especially the last one, is really important to me, because with COVID going around, the last thing that I want to do is get a job where I have to be outside all the time interacting with people. So the next section that I have is being healthy / losing 20 pounds. What I have for that is I still want to lose 20 pounds by the end of the year, because ultimately this will keep me physically healthy, mentally healthy, and also emotionally. I feel like with this weight in general and the process that it involves, it's ultimately just going to help make things easier for me. And lastly, saving money. I want to pay off my debt and also start saving for my moving out / emergency funds by the time that I'm 30. I know that that's not by the end of the year, but that is something that I really want to start doing now. So in 2 years when I turn 30, that this will happen in 2 years. So okay, so the last section of this exercise is called your weekly game plan. So basically, it's taking 3 from your bucket list, making a weekly game plan for each of them. So what I have is for Studio Pinguino, for launching basically is for week 1, update website including branding and including Studio Pinguino into my current website right now. And then the week after, then I definitely need and want to start creating media graphics to officially start launching and also advertising for my creative services. For being healthy and losing weight is getting all of my work done ahead of time so I can actually be able to run 2 to 3 times a week, in which I actually run. On a good day, I will run, power walk about 8 miles in one day, so just imagine 2 to 3 times a week. So by the end of that, I would have completed about 24 miles in a week, which is really awesome for me. I have asthma. The next one is still related to that. Wake up early enough so I can actually fit in yoga and meditation before my work starts. And the last one is when it comes to saving money, well, gotta start paying my bills on time first. Let's not struggle, let's not keep struggling anymore. Okay, so that is what I have for today's video. I really hope that you've been able to take something away from this exercise. Like what Bianca Gonzalez and Edrian Serafico highly emphasizes, it's not too late to, start now. You can start one day at a time. It's not too late to start new and even reimagine what the rest of the year is gonna look like, because clearly from the beginning of the year, it has turned a 180. So on that note, I just wanted to thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you all next Sunday at 7 p.m. Bye!